But yeah, and then Metal Gear Solid 4, you play as Old Snake, who is Solid Snake, but aged to a very old age because of he's a clone. And at the very end of Metal Gear Solid 4, you get that really long scene where Big Boss shows up with Zero, who used to be like his commander in Metal Gear Solid 3, but then they became like rivals or something, which they still haven't really shown. I'm pretty sure they'll show that during Metal Gear Solid 5, which is like a sequel to Metal Gear Solid 3, which is a prequel to Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. And then Peace Walker is kind of like the mobile PSP in-between game in between 3 and 5. And then there's also another one called Portable Ops, which was story-based, but it had
I played that one.
yeah, but it had a sequel. No, I had Portable Ops Plus, which was the sequel, which had no story elements, and all it was multiplayer type stuff, which is weird because the PSP wasn't really multiplayer. And then, yeah, so the timeline kind of goes 3, Portable Ops, Peace Walker, Phantom Pain, 5, Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4. So, if you play all of those in order, it should hopefully have a consistent character timeline progression.
You think Hideo Kojima
Is crazy? Yes.
thinks bad?
Yes. He frequently has said, "This is my last Metal Gear Solid game." Then it never is. It never is. What? So he constantly says, "Oh, this is my last one," and everybody's like,
For sure.
and then everybody's like, "Oh my
So
god,
you
I
should
gotta
buy
get it."
because it's the last piece of thing on my Switch.
I guess. Anyway, okay, well, welcome to episode 2, Metal Gear Solid intro. I am Steven Santana, your host as always, and with me is
And I'm the lesser host, Matt,
Englert.
and we're
Yeah.
missing a third guy.
Yeah, Trevor was going to show up, but he apparently got sideswiped in an accident. He's fine, but he won't be able to make it today, which is sad, because it would have been nice to have 3 people. So, first thing is Call of Duty Ghosts was released. Look at that. Another Call of Duty. Another year.
Another year.
Are you
Another Call of Duty.
going to get it?
Probably.
Have you looked at
No,
any?
I might. No, I haven't looked at the review, but I have seen gameplay videos. I think I would.
Yeah? Why?
I think I would get it before I get Battlefield 4
Why?
because I just
I'm more used to Call of Duty.
I just didn't like Battlefield 3 that much. I think you said the same thing and it disappointed you.
Yeah, I just had higher expectations than I...
Well, I mean, the controls are kind of bad. There's a lot of downtime in the multiplayer.
Hmm.
The campaign, well, I guess both campaigns kind of suck. In both, that's
Yeah.
Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Battlefield 3 more so than Modern Warfare 3, which was a...
The plot line's kind of okay.
I liked
The
Modern
first
Warfare.
and
Well, the first one was great.
yeah, the
Second one
campaigns
was good.
had a little bit of weight to them.
Yeah.
Now it's just there to say that they have it.
Hmm.
Obviously.
Yeah. I read a bunch of reviews. Destructoid gave it a 5.0, and IGN gave it a 8.8, which was reviewed by Scott Lowe.
Is that 5.0
Out of 10. Yeah. So, it was Jim Sterling, and it was his last review for Destructoid. He is leaving for something else, I forget. But he's apparently a very popular video game journalist, I guess you could say. But yeah, he's leaving. So that was his last review. And then IGN gave it an 8.8. GameSpot gave it an 8. Polygon gave it a 6.5, I want to say. And I think Rev3 gave it a 4 out of 5. But yeah, I watched a bunch of reviews, I read a bunch of them, and they all kind of hit upon them.
Tell me, is it just another Call of Duty?
It kind of is. Some people, the controversial part is that people are kind of split on the multiplayer part. Because in Black Ops 2, Did you play Black Ops 2 at all?
I did. I did not like it.
Okay.
And it's all because of that.
Pick 10, the create a class. Oh.
74, I think.
No, that's Black Ops 1. I think you're talking about.
No, I didn't play Black Ops 2.
Okay. Yeah, Black Ops 2 had this pick 10 system with the multiplayer where you would have 10 points and you could pick whatever you wanted.
Your class.
Yeah.
You didn't even need a gun, really.
No, you could just have a pistol.
Yeah, I got you.
So with Modern Warfare 3, they didn't expand upon that. They kind of did something different that's more convoluted. Like, I don't even understand it, really. I can't explain it. No, it's not like that. But, yeah, it's just people either liked it or didn't like it. And then the campaign was pretty much same as ever.
But what about that dog? How'd that dog play?
I don't know. Apparently there's a mechanical strap on its back, and so you don't really control the dog itself. You control it via machine or something. So, but apparently you use the dog like in 2 missions to attack people and whatnot. But they didn't really expand upon the dog's role in the thing. So yeah. Yes. One of the kill streak things is that you get a personal dog that like is next to you, and it'll bark when people are near, and it might attack them too. So it's interesting.
That's good.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not gonna get it. Yes. As far as sales go, you know how usually they announce we've made this much. They haven't done that. The only thing that they have said, it's been like a week now since it came out pretty much. The only thing they've said is we have sold $1 billion to retailers, which basically means, I mean, it's not like they sold that to.
What are the figures that they normally get?
The figures they normally get are, we sold over 600 million copies on the first day, as in to people, not to stores. So, because I think they kind of have said this because, when GTA 5 came out, it made
they're no longer top dog.
Yeah. And I don't think they will be, because apparently in the UK the sales are actually bad.
Well,
like
there's also kind of next gen to consider.
Yeah.
People are going to wait on the next gen console.
Some people will.
3 days.
Yeah. Battlefield 4 also hasn't revealed their sales figures, so they might be waiting for next gen sales as well. But the only weird thing is that, of course, they don't really track digital sales. At least they don't release digital sales.
Is this Battlefield's chance to catch Call of Duty?
Mm-hmm.
Will it?
I don't think it will, but I think it will get closer than it did last time. Because I think Ghosts actually won't perform better than Black Ops 2, I would like to say. I just feel as if if people, I don't think people are waiting for next gen. I think because they had that upgrade thing where you buy Call of Duty on Xbox 360, you just pay $10 and you upgrade it to the Xbox One version. So.
Did you check video game charts?
Oh, VG charts for what? For Call of Duty? They don't. They only report based on what other people report, and nobody else.
They haven't reported it.
No. Yeah, pretty much. Some people do the thing where they check, how many people have gotten a trophy from it, which means that they technically own it. But the thing is that this is something I wanted to bring up later. But like, there's 80 million Xbox 360s sold.
Yeah.
Only like 40 million Xbox Live accounts exist. So there are a lot of Xbox. So, using sales charts via achievements earned, or how many people have activated it on their little trophy list thing, isn't a very reliable source, though it's better than nothing. But yeah, so I don't know. I think Call of Duty won't perform as well as expected this year. I don't think Battlefield 4 will overtake it, but I think it won't perform as good as it has in the past.
You excited?
For it to not perform well, yeah. I don't really care. I mean, I'm not going to buy it. I didn't buy Black Ops 2 because I'm not really big on multiplayer anymore, and really Titanfall is the thing I'm looking for, as well as Destiny and The Division and other games that are multiplayer based that isn't called Call of Duty. So, but yeah, so also kind of relating to this, the Activision CEO Bobby Kotick says that price drops might be coming sooner on next-gen consoles. So you might not wait that long before the price gets dropped. He says. I don't know. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Because they're pre-ordered out.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Yeah.
It's going to be solid for a while, I think.
I forget how long it took for like PS3 to get a price drop.
It was 2008 when we got a price drop.
Yeah. So that was 2 years. 2006.
That's a long time for $600.
Yeah.
Where to go?
Yeah, when the Slim came out, it went down to 300, and that was in late 2009.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
That was
that was the first year.
Yeah, it was. Infamous,
2008.
Uncharted. Well, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4, Little Big Planet, Resistance 2. Yeah. So they had good years. But no, I don't know. Price drops on consoles sooner. Maybe.
It is cheaper.
Yeah. This time. Because they're not as future-proof, I guess you could say. Or at least they don't seem so. World of Warcraft is losing subscribers, so it's consistently losing subscribers. I don't know if you care, but you like MMOs, kind of, so. I've never...
I don't really care that much, but it does I'm kind of happy to see their
go away.
And because now it like opens up, maybe there will be a new MMO that will rise up
to take its place.
Way cooler and have actual good graphics.
True. Yeah. The BlizzCon went on recently, so they announced a new expansion for World of Warcraft. So it'll be interesting to see how that maybe picks up more people. Because they're supposed to do, is it a biannual or annual expansion for World of Warcraft? Because Mist of Pandaria was last year, right? I think. I don't know. We'll see. Xbox One, I had a bunch of previews come out recently. I read a bunch and watched a bunch. The only interesting ones that I found was for Rise, Son of Rome. It looks cool. It's kind of like not God of War, but it is kind of like combat oriented with blocking and parrying, and they have like this roll that kind of really looks like God of War roll.
Xbox One.
Yeah, it looks good. I'll get one eventually. Forza also looks really good, even though it's a racing game, so it kind of racing games always kind of have a better handle on graphics, because it's kind of just you're on a track, predetermined track. So all they really... yeah. So really the only thing they have to focus on is the cars, so that's makes it so that the cars are really good. And then Dead Rising 3 looks...
Another Xbox One?
Interesting, yeah. Looks interesting because of open world zombie killing. So I didn't care for the first two. I probably will never play the first two, but maybe I'll play this one eventually if it gets good reviews. Because if it gets bad reviews, I'm not gonna bother. So yeah, not much to say on that. Vita patch recently. It added PS4 remote play. I have it on my Vita right now. Yes. It's PS4 Link. No, unfortunately not. The only bad thing though about this Vita update was that I updated it, and then there was a new terms of service, but the thing was you couldn't access it until you did like some tricky workaround. Because I would try to log into my messages and my friends list, but it would constantly say you need to sign in to PlayStation Network, and I would hit sign in, and it would sign me in, and then it would load it, and then it would boot me out and say you need to sign in. So it didn't even say like you need to accept the terms of service. Yeah?
Yeah, before that patch.
Interesting. Yeah, it was weird. It was like, it kept doing that to me, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I went to the settings, and I went to sign out, and then I went to sign back in, and then it brought up the terms of service. And so I was like, alright, accept, whatever. And then,
in your opinion, will Sony do good on its plans or its promises to give us remote play?
We can talk about that later.
The way we've dreamed.
I have
the way we've wanted it forever.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
There was a Xbox One. Okay, that's a rant for later. Diablo 3, PS4 is gonna have you can transfer your characters. So I have Diablo 3 right there.
Yes.
I played a lot of it. I really like it, and I'm really happy that when PS4 comes out, I can transfer my character over. Because I wanted the PS4 version, but they still haven't given a release date for it. So I was like, ah, screw it. I'll play it on PS3 because that's a game that I've followed ever since it came out, and I've wanted to play it. No, it's really good. I played Diablo 2, and I like Diablo 2, and Diablo 3 is good too. I look forward to putting more hours into it after I beat some other games. But yeah, so your characters can transfer over. There's going to be an expansion pack that adds a bunch called... crap, what's it called? Reaper of Souls, I think it's what it's called. But BlizzCon's going on right now, so they have a bunch of information about Blizzard games going on. Nothing really on StarCraft, though, which is interesting, because StarCraft is actually kind of cool.
It is.
More so to watch than to play, though.
Yeah.
Right now, there are lots and lots of video game editors from various outlets in New York City to cover PlayStation 4. They're basically having a really big reviews event, kind of, for all PlayStation 4 games. At Wednesday at 6 a.m. is when the embargoes go up, so expect every outlet to have a ton of PS4 reviews. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to do Wednesday morning reading Why Is It Well, at least. So PlayStation 4, lots of reviews coming out Wednesday. They kind of talked about that as far as like they have unboxing videos now for the PlayStation retail unit. So I watched it earlier, and you're going to have one Thursday night in your hand.
And you know who won't?
Me.
Yep.
Yeah, no money. Just saving it for myself.
'Cause you quit your job because you're stupid.
Yeah. Speaking of stupid,
Okay.
Xbox One Day 1 patch required to play games to update its old OS. PS4 Day 1 patch.
Doesn't exist.
Day 1 patch for DVD playback, remote play, recording, taking screenshots, and party chat. What is up with this?
That might exist.
No, it does
Some
exist.
pre-installed.
It does exist. This is reported by IGN and every other outlet.
For Xbox One, no, I think that they just want to cover up their mistake, or who was it? Who said that it's built into our system? Oh, I can't help it. It's built into our system.
It's a Day 1 patch. Required to play
I don't think
games.
it's built into their system. I think they're just they said that, now they have to cover it up.
This machine
So what you're actually downloading is like a digital. Be like a kilobyte. Like there, now it's fixed.
Okay, but what? You need a patch to play games on the box you just bought. To play games, the thing that the machine was made to do. And then the PlayStation 4 needs a patch to play DVDs? Really?
Yeah, that's kind of.
How is that not built into
Yeah.
the system?
They are stupid on different levels.
That's dumb. I hate
Because
this.
I think that's just deployed by Microsoft, and for Sony not to pre-install.
DVD playback?
Yeah, and all that other crap you just said.
Taking screenshots. I can't take screenshots unless I update a patch. It's like this machine. Like, how hard is it to take screenshots?
It'll probably take like 10 minutes if you don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but for people without internet,
Yeah, it is
They're-
kind of stupid.
because like I said, there are 80 million Xbox 360s that have been sold, and there are only 40 million
Is it
Xbox Live accounts.
for say on PS3 you can't play a game?
No.
without These other.
You can play a game. So like because I have a cousin who he has a PS3, but he hasn't connected it to the internet at all.
Yeah.
So like if he bought a PS4, sure he could play games, but he can't play DVDs. Like he can't play DVDs off of this.
Who plays DVDs?
Okay,
Blu-ray?
also Blu-ray. Well, you can't play Blu-rays either without the Day
Oh,
1
okay,
patch.
Okay, so it's like
It's DVD and Blu-ray.
optical drive playback.
Yeah.
Gen-
You can't do it if you don't have this patch. So if you don't connect your thing to the internet, you won't be able to do something in 2013 that has been around for over a decade now, on a machine that's high tech.
Does that concern you?
It
That
does.
They're a little bit behind. in
Yes, I think they're
their
lazy.
program? No.
I think they are. I think they are
If
rushing.
They had them all pre-installed and they're like, this is what we're going for, and we'll just patch everything else later.
Why would they not have DVD playback?
That's what I'm saying.
On the
Because-
hardware?
Because they didn't have it. It didn't exist yet in code.
Because they didn't put it in because they wanted to rush this machine out so that they said, oh, we'll just
We want to
patch it in later.
The difference is they wanted to launch 1 week before Microsoft, so that now that stuff is out.
Maybe.
So what it is-
But with the Xbox One, it's basically, they say that you have to do it because it's running on an old OS. So they made this machine on an old OS so that you could download the new OS after you buy it. So that you could do everything that you bought it to do after you download this
They
patch.
can't just pre-install it.
No, I don't know why they can't. It's so just like, what? Seriously? Like, you made this machine to do things,
Well, I go with the
but
theory that they're just.
it's just a
covering
ruse,
something up.
I guess. Well, I mean, technically, if they, like they said, we built this with a vision in mind of internet
I mean, if,
checkup every 24
if
hours,
security, maybe if security was such a key part of the OS,
I guess.
then maybe it would be not worth it to pre-install it. Maybe a little patch would be better.
I don't know.
I don't.
Is this
I don't see that.
is this patch the switch that they're flipping in order to reverse everything?
Basically.
It's just, I hate it. I don't
Oh,
like it.
You can't just flip the switch and turn it back on.
It's like, what if somebody, it's the same thing as what if somebody bought a game, but it's like the game, you would boot it up and it would say, download a patch to play this game. And it would be like, no, why can't I just play it? And it would be like, no, you can't. You have
Do
to
we have to do that all the time?
download a patch. Yeah, it sucks. It's dumb.
Yeah, well.
We didn't have this before. We didn't. We
You
had,
still have to install it.
sure, you'd have to install it. You can do that.
Time.
You can do that without internet. But to get a patch, you need internet.
But it won't know that you need the patch without internet.
Yes, it will, because
On those, yes, but say right now, if you're not signed into PlayStation Network,
Well,
it
it's
won't
fine.
know that you need an update for that.
yes, but you can also, when you're connected to PlayStation Network, you can say no, and it will still boot up the game. It doesn't. Well, yeah, multiplayer. You don't need internet for anyway. Well, multiplayer.
Did you just say that?
It doesn't matter because multiplayer, it's still accessible, but it just won't be there because, well, why would you, if you didn't have internet, why would you buy a multiplayer game to play multiplayer?
Because you like bots.
Okay, well then you can play with the bots. But it's not like you're buying a console without internet and expecting it to do something that is
Okay,
basically,
Okay, you're right.
I don't know, it's just, I hate this. It's like putting out something and being like, you need internet in order to actually access everything that you bought.
Well, that's welcome to like.
This isn't, this shouldn't,
Everyone has internet.
it doesn't, no, not everybody. Not everybody does. Most people do. That doesn't make it right. It's this is why it's wrong, because people are like, oh, well, you know, I guess this is just the way things are. It's like, no, it doesn't have to be this way. You can say,
Okay, yeah, okay. It is kind of unprofessional.
if people said,
Of something this big
yes,
to go overlooked and kind of sloppily handled. Yeah, it's,
everybody's giving them a free pass when they shouldn't get a free pass. They should not be given a free pass of, hey, you're putting out this hardware that requires a software patch in order to actually work on the hardware.
alright, fine.
It's just,
I knocked them for that.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how everybody is just kind of like, oh, well, you know, it's okay. I have internet, so I don't care. It's okay because I can do it. I don't care about anybody else. People without internet, who cares? They buy an Xbox One and they don't have internet, they can't do anything with it. Well, that's not going to be me, so it doesn't matter.
They can watch TV.
Yeah, sure. They can watch TV, all right.
And they can sync up the NBA to their
Sure. Yeah, sure. Whatever. That was just, I hate that. It's so dumb. Anyway, so this Friday, PS4 launches. Make sure you have internet if you want to play Blu-rays. Next Friday, Xbox One launches. Make sure you have internet if you want to do anything with it. But, okay, so PlayStation 4 has...
So, remember, in the comments, I want everyone who has an internet connection to
Talk
sound
about it.
off, and everyone who doesn't
to sound off.
too. So that way we can give Steven a sense of who doesn't have it.
A lot of people don't, and they're not going to even know about this stuff because they don't have internet to get anything. Okay, PlayStation 4 has Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghost, DC Universe Online, Killzone, Shadowfall. Killzone Shadowfall is a shared title.
That is not.
Thank you.
Those first four.
Knack, Resogun, and all in total 25. But those are the highlighted games that I highlighted. Xbox One will have 21 total games, and the highlighted games for it are, well, as far as I'm concerned, are Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghost, Dead Rising 3, Forza 5, and Rise: Son of Rome. PlayStation 4 will be $399. Xbox One will be $499. The technology in it is, well, yeah, with a Kinect, which I will never use. Technology, kind of comparable, although the PlayStation 4 has an edge.
Extremely comparable. In fact, almost the same.
Yeah. PlayStation 4, this is funny because Xbox One still uses AA batteries for its controllers.
What? No.
Yeah, it does. Xbox One.
Got rid of that, I thought.
Nope. Xbox One, AA batteries for the controllers. It's on the
That's
IGN.
standard?
Yes.
Did they change something?
Nope.
I thought that they had. Okay.
Nope. On my, it's gonna be the same thing like my Xbox controller, where if the batteries die, I just get new AA batteries. Same with Xbox One because it's 2013.
That's ghetto.
AA batteries.
That's ghetto.
The PlayStation 4, just like the PS3, will have a rechargeable controller. Hopefully, we'll learn how long it takes to recharge and how long it lasts with a full charged battery soon. And then, of course, PlayStation Plus, $50 a year, required for online play, but not much else. Xbox One, required gold, $60 a year for accessing anything that's connected to the internet-wise. And then the Buzz games.
What's this?
The Buzz games for the next 3 months. The hottest games on the Wii U is Super Mario 3D World and Wii Fit U. And that's it. That's it. Those are the two hot games right now on the Wii U for this fall. Hot game on the 3DS, A Link Between Two Worlds, which actually does look really cool. But other than that, not much else. So the Wii U and Nintendo are, they're going all in against this console.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
They're gonna do nothing.
They can't fight them. Let's see how they can.
Yeah, their Wii U is just whatever. Recently, Greg Miller bought a Wii U for Wii Fit U for whatever reason, and he's been playing around with it, and his conclusion was, this is a piece of crap. Technology-wise, this is a piece of crap. That's just
Who was it?
so far behind.
The EA or the Ubisoft director who came out and said that the Wii U is basically not worth his publisher's time at all,
That's funny.
and that it was a piece of crap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Recently, I was listening to the Geek Box on my last day of work, and they were kind of talking about consoles in general with the console launch coming up, with Wii U against PS4, Xbox One. I don't know, it's interesting. Just because a lot of the internet is, of course, kind of with PS4, but general audience is a lot larger than the internet user. And I think the general audience is more Xbox One leaning than...
Once they heard that it wasn't going to suck.
Well, they never knew it wasn't going to suck. The general audience... My father had no idea about anything other than the PlayStation 4 is coming out and the Xbox One is coming out. That's it. He's a general internet kind of... Yeah, and he never knew that, the Xbox One requires an internet connection so it can check up on you every 24 hours. Used game fees, which is weird because I had this GameStop employee talk about, it doesn't have used games fees. I'm like, wait, what? Do you know what you're talking about? Every internet gaming outlet has reported if you put in a used game, it brings you to the store and says, this game was already used, you have to pay to unlock it. Yeah, I was just like, what are you even talking about? I was like, I'm not even gonna bother talking to this GameStop employee. Yeah, he was not the manager, but he was the head person in the store, and I was like, alright, you're just whatever. But yeah, so, I don't know. I'm leaning towards PlayStation 4, of course, because it has all the first-party games that I love. It has PlayStation Plus, which has gotten me tons and tons of free games and will continue to give me lots of free games. Xbox One looks good, mostly because of the games. I really don't care about anything that the Xbox One does that is unique, such as the TV hookup with cable. I don't care for cable. And the Kinect thing, I don't care for motion gaming. I will never buy a PlayStation camera unless there's like some really good game.
I might use it for Skype.
Really? Skype? Who are you gonna Skype?
A bunch of people do.
Oh, okay. You do that. And then the Wii U, I will buy when it's like $190, $150, $150. That's what it's worth to me right now. Xbox One isn't worth $500 to me right now either. It's more like a $400. It's worth the same as a PS4, as far as I'm concerned, because it doesn't do anything super compelling to me.
Yeah.
I mean, why is it $100 more? Because of the Kinect? Because of the cable hookup? Those things I don't care about, so I'll wait until it goes down more, or if there's like a good bundle where it technically is like a price drop, like the Vita bundles that they do. Yeah, it's just it's whatever. I don't know. The launch will be very exciting though. This Thursday. Do you have it off? Did you ask for it off?
I have not, but I will.
All right.
I'll be there.
If you don't get it off, then then what are we gonna do? I'm gonna go by myself and I don't know, take pictures. I guess I have I need to find the receipt. Put it somewhere. I had the receipt on there, but I put it into my cabinet. It's the receipt for the pre-order. I'll need to bring that as well as my ID probably and the debit card I used to fulfill the payment. Yeah, and then you can pay for the rest.
Take it for myself.
Yes. Yes. Hook it up. Download the patch. And wait for the patch to download before you can.
No, what I'll do is I'll probably buy PlayStation Plus.
Oh yeah, you need to do that to play online. It's about time. I mean, really, there's so many free games.
That transfers over to the PS3, so
yeah, you can use it on everything.
Like a whole library of that.
Well, only 12 because they switch it out. So right now there's only.
I got you.
Yeah. So like all the games that I have that I got for free aren't available for free anymore.
Because you've had it.
Yeah.
For so long.
Because I downloaded it. I downloaded it when it was free. So that's why I have it for free. So yeah, that's why you gotta get on it early. If you had gotten on it early, you would have gotten like a ton of free games. So, but yeah, $50 a year, free games. You get Resogun for free when you buy PlayStation Plus. What else do you get? Contrast for free. So you got 2 free games already. Especially Resogun. Resogun's a good game. I can't believe they're giving that away for free. Because that's gonna... I don't know. I think it'll hurt its longevity sales-wise. Because if they're giving it away for free via PlayStation Plus, and PlayStation Plus is required to play online, which, I mean, who's not going to play online? That means everybody's going to buy PlayStation Plus so they can play Killzone online. As well as, like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 4, of course, and Call of Duty Ghosts. So, I mean, if somebody buys that, they're going to have to buy PlayStation Plus, and it's just out of necessity. Which really kind of brings the PlayStation 4 cost up to like $450 because of PlayStation Plus.
It's a game.
And a game, which will bring it past the $400 mark. Or the $500 mark. Yeah, so you'll have to pay. I think it was $329 she told me. Or something, because they had a GameStop employee called me and said, oh, you know, you still have money due on your PS4 pre-order. Stuff like that. So... yeah, I could still take it at the last minute if I wanted to.
No.
I could. I have, oh, that'd be so hilarious though if I did. If I have, $1,800 right now, and, yeah, I do. So, well, because I have college, which costs over $1,000. But, if I wanted to, I could totally do it. I could totally be like, oh, I'm just gonna give you $100 and then take whatever it is that's left. I don't know. It is kind of tempting still, just because to be a part of the,
To be like a real gamer.
yeah, to be a part of the, not a real gamer. You don't have to be a launch day one person to be a real gamer. No, you don't. Whatever. whatever. Get closer to the mic. You're gonna give me
Yeah.
echo again. Yeah. So the only other things I want to talk about was PlayStation 4. What are our worries? What are our hopes? What are our dreams? Our dreams, Matt. My worry is that online is not going to function well. It's my biggest worry.
I think it'll function better than PS3. I think that's...
Yeah, it's just because of how many people. I don't know. It's I figure it's. I don't know if it's an untested infrastructure. Like, have they stress tested? Because when online games go live, they kind of are like not like super good. Like, I mean, when you. Yeah, but it's just it sucks that it wouldn't be good that first day. Because, like, I mean, you remember, like, Diablo 3 going live at midnight. Everybody was, like, freaking out because they couldn't get onto it. I kind of fear something like that might happen. Yeah, for the Xbox One, too. Even though I think the Xbox One is more experienced with online. Yeah. Yeah, but hopefully Sony, now that they have the funds via PlayStation Plus, will get better and better. So, I mean, they've already expanded the friends list to 100 or no, 2,000. So now I friend requested Greg Miller, Colin Moriarty, and Charles Onyett because now you can have 2,000 friends. So they'll have to accept me at some point because 2,000 people. Yeah, 2,000 people. I mean, that's a lot. So I mean, they've kind of already started rolling in certain things with that. With expanding the friends list already. Now that the PlayStation 4 isn't even out yet, they're already expanding it. They've already released DualShock 4 to public for people to test out and play with. They've already released PlayStation 4 games are already available in certain areas for people to just buy and have ready beforehand. And then like with the Vita update, they updated the Vita this past weekend just so that it could be prepared for when PlayStation 4 comes out. After you download that patch, you can do remote play, which is another thing that I hope they finally deliver on. Because, I mean, when it was PlayStation 3 launched in 2006, so technically, since 2006, we've been waiting for a fully functional remote play.
It's just been a vision.
Yeah, PlayStation Vita remote play on PS3 isn't very good. And PlayStation Vita remote play on PS4 should hopefully be like they've shown it to be, where it is not. I guess it's perfect. The only worry I have is L2R2 being on the back touchpad. I've played certain PS1 classic games on the Vita and had back touch be R2 and L2. It's very finicky. It's not like I'm not confident in the way I touch it actually makes it seem as if the button's being pressed with certain games. Because it feels as I'll tap it, it won't work. Other times I will tap it, it will work. It's kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not very...
Get used to a new controller.
Yeah, DualShock 4. A lot of people love it, though, so I think it'll be easy.
It's better than 3.
Yeah, which I like 3. I like 3.
I do enjoy 3.
3's just fine. The only bad thing is when I'm watching Netflix and I have this on the floor and I tap it, it'll like fast forward it or rewind it or something.
Oh, I think I can turn that off.
Well, I can turn the controller off. I can't turn the Netflix fast forward button off.
That's what I'm saying. I think there is a way.
Yeah?
Because I don't have that.
No? I see.
We're going to have to get used to new triggers.
Oh, yeah.
That point out, which I actually do not favor.
No?
I do not. Because most gamers
I think it's fine.
use just their, what do you call these? Ring finger? No. Use index fingers.
Yeah.
And they just rest them here, right? Is that what most gamers do not do?
I usually do this where
I usually put 2 fingers on the shoulders.
Yeah, most people usually use 1.
Yeah, so for me, DualShock 3.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to put 2 fingers on that.
Yeah, apparently with the Xbox One controller, it's supposed to be where you can...
Slide between?
No, you can have your hand here, and you can hit the front bumper without even, like, moving this that much.
It's like a sliding almost?
Almost, yeah.
Okay.
It's
They can
interesting.
kinda do that at least.
Yeah, it sounds interesting to where you can somehow
And they've got some new
trick it out with.
rumble feature in the
Yeah, in the
triggers,
triggers.
so
Mostly
check that
works.
out.
Yeah, it mostly works for Forza 4 is the only one that really uses it right now. Sounds interesting. Rumble in the triggers.
Some new rumble feature in the DualShock 4 too. It's like you can feel it leaning,
Yeah, interesting.
do something left or something.
Very interesting. But yeah, this Friday. Exciting times.
This Friday, everything will be made true. It'll go from fiction to fact.
Yes.
We'll have first-hand experience.
I remember an Assassin's Creed picture online, and it was this student cowering in a corner, and he had his hood up, and he was just like in fetal position, and the little text said, "Assassin's Creed, everything is due, nothing is submitted."
Yes, yes.
I love that picture. That was a great picture. So what's your battle cry this week? Your shout out.
And I'm gonna have to edit this part because I have no idea. I guess it would have to go to, I guess, like, to next gen. Here, we have cups. We're going to do a cheer.
A toast.
If you will.
A toast.
To next gen, saying both hello to next gen and goodbye to last gen. Yes, so
Beyond. Goodbye. PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
we're gonna have a crossover ceremony,
Should we like?
and I only have like 2 milliliters of water to drink.
Should we send our PS3s out on a pyre and light it on fire as it like floats out into the waterfall? Should do something
I
like
think I might do that with my old PS3 because I want to get a new.
the fat one.
Yeah, the fat one.
You can get
So
the-
I'm gonna get a slim.
you're gonna
Not
get-
really slim.
you're gonna-
that looks
The George Foreman grill, the sliding panel.
I could turn it into that.
Oh, that sliding panel's so dumb. Yeah. My shout out this
Actually,
week.
there does seem to be some.
What? My shout out this week goes to Amazon.com because I love Amazon. I don't know if you've heard about it. You know, it's a site where you buy things.
Buy stuff?
Yeah, you can buy stuff. But I have a wish
They
list.
ship it?
No.
How-
You go to the store and you say, "Hey, I got this online order," and they say, "What the hell are you doing here? Go home. It's gonna come to your door." And I'm like, "Wait, what? It comes to me?" And they're like, "Yeah, Amazon. It gives it to you." But I have this wish list on Amazon right now, and I just look at it and I'm like, I can't wait to own all of that.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's gonna be style.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in style, man. I'm gonna have so many cool shirts. But yeah, Amazon's awesome. I love Amazon. It's really cool.
You just like not buy all that.
And what? And buy a PS4?
PS4.
Clothes are cool, man.
My tip.
Clothes are awesome. You're tempting me to take the PS4 away from you.
Why don't you just get
A new PS4? Because there's none available.
Well, why don't you just
Right now, at least.
bribe someone else?
But then I have to pay more money. When I could just take it from you, and then you could bribe somebody with more money to get one. So, I don't know. I'll flip a coin one day, and then we'll see.
No. No.
You know, you've been really, trying to put it into me that stick a needle in my side about, how I gave it up for you.
You know what?
Maybe I could just take it back as revenge.
I'm gonna
Revenge.
stop that. I think I've gotta stop.
I think you
that.
should before I take it and take it away. So, yeah, so that's this week. Not much else to talk about. What have you played anything?
More GTA 5.
How far
Not much to.
did you get to the heist? Jewelry heist?
No.
No, well, there's a jewelry heist, and that's your first heist. Spoilers.
I met this
Spoilers.
horror-looking girl,
Spoiler.
and she
Horror looking.
clearly smoked a lot of weed,
Hmm.
and she had a friend who didn't show up to work to tow a car,
Ah, yes.
so I went with her, and
She's.
she's a mouthful.
Yeah. What?
Season 4.
Oh my god. My Little Pony.
Season 4. Oh. I saw a commercial for it.
On TV? Or on the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, TV. Oh, that's interesting.
And I could not be more excited.
Yeah. Your shout out should be My Little Pony then.
Well, it's not out yet.
Oh.
I'll save that for that one.
Oh, okay. Alright. So that's like 2 weeks away. That'll be episode 4. Right? Yeah. So next week will be episode 3. The week after that will be 4.
Should all work out.
Yep. fun. So next week we will with
Once
Matt.
again,
Matt
we
will have
our,
first-hand experience.
our top 10 next gen
Current gen.
Huh?
Current gen.
wish list. Can we do that?
We already did our anticipated games. That's technically our wish list.
No.
I think we should do top 10 games of this generation. That's gonna
Okay.
be gone. So, because I have mine ready. You just need to make yours officially. So, yeah. Recently, the last thing I've played, Bioshock 2 DLC called Minerva's Den. That was actually good. The only weird thing is that it's sort of the game where you're playing it, you don't quite know why you're playing it, you're just kind of going along with the motions.
It's like lucid dream.
Kinda. You know how Final Fantasy 13 they said it gets good after like the first
They do say that.
20 hours. With Minerva's Den, it's kind of like it gets
Final-
good.
Like 20 hours in, dude.
It gets really good.
It does get good.
Yeah, so that was one of the topics I wanted to bring up, but Trevor isn't here, so I don't think we'll get into it. But is like, should we play a length of a game that's boring and bad to get to the good part later on? Like, because with Minerva's Den, it's like a 3-hour expansion,
I say no.
but like,
I just say no.
yeah, okay. But the first 2.5 hours were kind of like, I didn't know what my motivation was. I didn't know why I was doing this. Like, it was just a bunch of fetch quests like usual.
Yeah.
I didn't know why I was doing it, but I kept doing it. And then at the end, there was a good payoff though. Like at the end, I was like, oh, that's why. Like I'm this guy, and you're never gonna play it. Become basically his wife, and Daisy, I think was her name. And so he kind of is like obsessed with recreating his wife because he lost her. So the ending is basically about acceptance of her death. So it was kind of a depressing ending, but it was really good. But the thing is like I was like, well, this was really good, but I played like 2 hours wondering what the heck am I doing to get to this point.
Yeah.
So it's like, should we have to put up with that sort of stuff to get to the good ending, or should we only play games that are always fun and always you know what you're doing?
I'll go with them.
So yeah, it's an interesting discussion. I don't know where I stand, because like Minerva's Den was really good, but it had the same thing where it's like you're playing this stuff where I don't know, why am I doing this? Why am I going on this fetch quest to do something? I don't even know who I am.
Well, ask Trevor.
Yeah. But then that's a good example because the payoff was good and I liked it. But the bad example is Final Fantasy 13, where you're playing for hours doing
20 hours.
dumb stuff, and then it finally like opens up and gets good according to
I
other
think
people.
Mass Effect 2 gets good
Really?
until like 5 hours.
What? Whatever. Mass Effect 2 is awesome. Mass Effect 2 is a game that I thought was good all the way through. So, yeah, it's my opinion. But yeah, so next time hopefully we'll have Trevor and we can talk more about that and talk lots and lots of PlayStation 4, Killzone, next gen impressions. So take care and good night.